What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be installing CarPlay on this 2007 Honda Civic, but we're not actually installing it. You see, this is a portable CarPlay screen. So this is something you want to get if you aren't comfortable installing CarPlay by disassembling the dash, or you don't want to have a permanent installation. So this actually can be done on any car. And I just got this one from Amazon. It doesn't really matter which one you get. I'll put a link to a bunch of different ones on the description. But yeah, let's open this up and let's install CarPlay right here. All right, so in the package, you get your little screen. Then this is a very basic installation. Basically, you have your cigarette lighter 12-volt port with the DC adapter. You have a aux cable because your car does need to have aux if you want the speakers to play the audio. There is a built-in speaker though, if you want to hear it. And then there's two different mounting systems. This one you would mount directly on the dash. There's a sticky tape here, and then this is a suction cup one. So we'll decide which way we're gonna do it once we get this all set up. But let's go ahead and connect it to make sure everything works first. All right, so we have the screen here. And before you always do an installation, you want to test to make sure it works, because for all I know, this thing doesn't even work right now. So, like I said, you do need a 12-volt cigarette lighter port, which most older cars have. So for us, it's right here. So we have the power outlet here. This is the cigarette lighter port, and conveniently, we have an aux here. So as you can see, we just have a basic CD player. We don't have anything here. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put the screen here, but I'll connect it right now first, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, so I've gone ahead and plugged in both cables, and it's not turning on. Now, the reason it's not turning on is because the ignition is turned off. On some cars, the 12-volt socket is always on. What that means is when you take out the key, this will still stay on. So what you want to do before anything is tested, like I did, I plugged it in, I tried turning it on, it doesn't turn on. That means the 12-volt connector only turns on when the car turns on, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. But that's just a little warning, because if some of y'all have a car, our E46 BMW, it's always on. So if I were to have installed that in there, you'd have to manually turn it off or put like some sort of timer or something on here, which we'll check if it has. I don't know if this one actually has that. But yeah, now let's turn on the car. All right, so as you can see, it's turning on, and oh, that was pretty fast. So it's on. We have AirPlay, Android Auto, and then this is CarPlay. So as you can see, you can just set it up here. So I'm going to set this up after. We're going to first install it here. So next, what you obviously want to do is connect one of the two methods and then see where you want to put it. So like I said, I was either thinking of doing this with the non-suction cup model thing, or because the Civic does have windows on the side, I was thinking maybe we can do it like this. So let me see how I'm going to do it, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I can tell you right now, this tape is actually very sticky, so wherever you place this, just be careful, because it's probably not going to come out easily anymore. Let's say right about here. Alright, that looks like it's not going to go anywhere. So now this problem is going to be the wires. I want to make it look as clean as possible, so we're just going to route these as good as we can so you don't see them, and then that will be the end of the installation. We'll put the aux, which is actually here. There we go, it says aux, and then I will hook up the phone through CarPlay. We'll test it out, see how it sounds and everything. All right, as you can see, we have wireless CarPlay from the phone. So something interesting that I noticed is when you move things around, there's like this button here that shows up. I wonder if we could turn this off, because it's kind of cool that it has those things, but I just kind of find it annoying that it's there. But yeah, CarPlay's here. So next, what I'm gonna do is tweak the audio to see how it sounds, and then I'll show you all my settings. All right, so what I will say is the volume you want this at is around 30 for this specific unit. It might be the same for most units. Don't max up the volume on here. And then when you go to the home equalizer, now I left it flat because every time I change this on this specific model, it sounds really bad. So standard, and then the way I tune the system is to just use the system, the built-in head unit to change everything. So yeah, I left everything as flat as possible on this unit so that we use built-in stuff to equalize everything. But yeah, that's the setup. So here's the way I kind of installed it for now, is I just tied those there and just tied all this here to kind of keep it away from everything. But yeah, this is the setup for a super basic, I guess, destructive CarPlay system. Now, interestingly, this does support a backup camera, and there's some ports on the side here where you can install the backup camera. So I'm not sure. I mean, we're definitely gonna install a backup camera in this car in the future, so we'll see. My goal is to actually get the actual CarPlay unit, but I wanted to show you all this unit because this is actually kind of useful too, especially if you have an older car. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.